Hey guys, Jeremy from Brunch Boys here, and today we're going to do a little different type of video. Here's the thing. I want to lose weight. It's something that I've lost a lot of weight before. I've talked about this a little bit, but like I lost 100 pounds maybe like 8 years ago at this point. But I still feel like weight has always been an issue for me, and as much as I work out, my lifestyle at Brunch Boys is really hard to keep up with. So I decided that we're just gonna make a little change and try and like really lose weight and add muscle and just sort of like be healthier. It's definitely, I don't know, I just think that when I saw the difference in the way people treated me and the opportunities that I was able to get after I lost all the weight, and I sort of just think, okay, if I lose more weight again, maybe that'll open up the door to more opportunities and more different things, and just, I don't know, maybe being happier on some level. I don't necessarily think losing weight should make you happy, but listen, like, it does. It plays into it, and I think it could help. And I'm also a person that it's hard to sort of go medium with anything. I find that like I'm better just going 100% with it. I mean, that's how I lost all the weight in the first place. And I think like I try and eat healthy and I try and work out and I try and do everything, and it just hasn't been working, honestly. So I think like let me go in this 100% and let me do this. So step number one, what I did is I texted the most fit person I know, Michael Chernow, and we're gonna meet up with him. And sort of like come up with a better diet for me, come up with a better fitness routine for me, and see what happens. What does it mean for the Brunch Boy stuff? So I'm not going to necessarily change what I post about. I think I'm still going to try and give you all like those amazing food porny dishes that you all sort of expect a little bit from me, but maybe just a little less of it. Cutting down the shoots, cutting down what I eat in the shoots, cutting out giant meals, cutting out events, trying to cut out alcohol as much as I can. I think all those differences will make a dramatic impact. And just sort of like, I think you need to have a healthy relationship with food. I don't think I could do this forever, but I think cut down now, take lessons out of what I'm going to do now, and apply that moving forward. So first step is I'm going to weigh myself. And I haven't weighed myself probably since late fall, maybe. So my guess, I think around then I was around 210. I feel like I'm a little bit the same. I've definitely added a little bit of muscle since then and hopefully lost a little bit of fat. So let's go see.
Okay, so this is what I'm at now. Like 212 weight, 16% body fat. That's bone density, muscle mass, and water something.
So I don't really know what those numbers mean. I don't even necessarily know how the scales get numbers, but I think it's a good good baseline sort of set goals. And I don't know if I necessarily want to lose like weight. I mean, I think the goal would be like to lose the fat and build the muscle, and if the weight can vary, whatever, who cares? So let's go.
So I don't even know if I'll post this, but it's sort of good to get a little baseline now again of just like what I look like, I guess, and see where I can get rid of some of the fat. I think I'd feel better fitting clothing if like I didn't have much fat here. I mean, it's frustrating. Like I have a lot of shirts, and especially for the summer, I just feel like a lot of these shirts don't fit me anymore, and like that sucks. So here are all my hats.
All right, Jeremy. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you a fitness program that's going to ask you to train between 5 and 6 days a week. You'll have one optional day, which would be Thursday, which would mean if you are feeling up for a run on Thursday outside, I would take the day. If you're really tired, your body's not feeling it, you take the day off. So either you're going to work out 5 days a week or 6 days a week. And with that program, it's going to be an intense program, but I'm stoked that you're fully committed to this. With that program, I'm going to give you a nutrition program that is going to be a calorie deficit, meaning you're eating less calories than you're actually burning. What is that going to do? That is going to allow you to lose weight. It'll allow you to lose weight. And it'll be a really interesting way to experiment to see what sort of volume we do with training and what sort of caloric intake we put in place to see how much weight you lose every week. The goal for us is to lose at least a pound a week. 1 pound a week. We're committing to a minimum 3 months, so that would be 12 weeks. So at the end of this program, ideally you're down at least 12 pounds. Let's see what the fuck you got.
So then, doing the math, how many weeks is it until I have abs like you?
So, if I do the math here correctly, how many weeks would it take Jeremy, El Brunch Boy Extraordinaire, to have abs like Mikey Chernow? About 300, 472 weeks.
Damn it.
But, hey, that's not to say it's not possible. You just gotta commit. You just gotta commit. But I will say that we'll get you damn close. It might take 7 years, but you know, who's going anywhere?
All right, so then what's the plan? So I get 1 cheat day a week.
Yeah.
What's
so
the plan?
The way this works, I don't believe in like not eating delicious food. I believe in eating delicious food, but controlled and portioned. Some of the food you're just gonna have to scarf down because it's just super functional, like your pre and post workout meal.
Michael gave me the list of things to buy for all my meals. It was like broccoli, asparagus in here. What else did I get? A giant thing. Protein powder. Egg whites. Salmon, chicken, kale. Lots of stuff that honestly like isn't that far off from my normal diet. I mean, way more veggie heavy, I guess, and less carbs. So, I mean, it's avocados. I eat a lot of those. I'm feeling okay.
Okay, so of course on day 1 of doing Michael's workouts, I am not feeling well at all. And it's a cold allergies or something, and they didn't really see me either. But I was able to get myself up. I was able to get myself to the gym. My God. I would say, so we did chest day for day 1. In terms of like compared to my other workouts, definitely way more weight heavy than I'm used to. So I feel okay now. I have a good feeling that I will wake up tomorrow being very sore in my chest. But so far I feel good. And this is sort of meal number 2 of the day. It's post-workout meal. So just like a little bit of white rice, chicken, broccoli. Easy.
Okay, so day 3, my food scale finally came. So I'm supposed to have 6 ounces of sweet potato in my breakfast, or like 170 grams. So it's at 47 grams out the bowl. Let's add the sweet potato. And that makes it 635. It's supposed to be 170. All right, so let's cut that down. Breakfast might be my favorite meal out of the diet. It's just 6 egg whites, 1 egg, spinach, and sweet potato. It's kind of most of my favorite foods.
Okay, so I'm doing my first actual shoot now that I started the diet, and this is obviously where like a lot of the trouble comes from with my diet, and that even when I try and just like eat a little bit of it, it's just like I can't stop myself. A, it's so good, and 2, it's just like it's too much. So like I said, I'm gonna try and cut down on the shoots themselves, and then on the shoots, like so we're at Wieseno, which sucks. It's one of my favorite places ever. We got like a folded cheeseburger, peanut, and cauliflower, and this like stuffed schnitzel thing. all really, really good, and it just worked really hard on, listen, I want to taste, I want to describe the flavors, I want to not just waste food. I took as little bites as I can. I mean, the folded cheeseburger pita, which is what the main video is about anyway, I've eaten 1,000 times. I know it's insanely good. So I took a little baby bite on camera, and that was sort of it. And then tasted cauliflower, took like a little taste of schnitzel too, and then leaving it. Sucks.
All right, so Michael gave me one cheat day, and God, I wanted a bagel so badly. I might have drank a little bit last night too. So a bagel was definitely necessary, and it tastes so good.
Okay, so week 1 is done. I did it. I did weigh myself, and I'll get to that in a second. I think just overall notes of everything. I think workout-wise is pretty good. I mean, I was used to sort of working out at least 4 times a week, and I was able to work out 5 times this week. Hopefully it's gonna be 6 the next week, but I thought that wasn't bad. Obviously it was different workouts, way more sore. It's half an hour extra every day. So that has to go to my days a little bit, but that was fine. Diet-wise, it's funny, it's actually harder to eat all the food I was supposed to. I mean, honestly, most days I found myself not eating at all the second full meal, and not eating at all the like after the day protein thing. I don't know if that's actually good. I'm gonna talk to Michael before I start this week's session, and see if that is bad or good. Like maybe I'm supposed to be eating that, but I just found myself like not hungry and like not really wanting it. I mean, diet-wise too, I feel better physically when I'm not eating poorly. I mean, I think we all do. So it really wasn't that hard. Like I felt pretty good. I feel pretty good. I think mentally it's tough. I think I use food as a crutch a lot. So there were days, especially last week when I wasn't feeling well, but days more even like mentally not feeling well, being like, you know, make me feel really good. You need a shit ton of food. I think having to get over that was probably the hardest part of the week, honestly, and just like not going back to food being a crutch. Cheat day was good. I mean, I ate a bagel in the morning. I ate tuna fish and sweet potato for lunch. I know it's like the saddest cheat day meal ever. And then for dinner, I ordered sushi. God, I was dying for sushi. But overall, I feel pretty good. And I honestly feel even better after weighing myself. So at the beginning of the week, I was 211.8. And at the end of week 1, I'm 207.5. That's a pretty big drop for 1 week. I don't know if it's truly that big of a drop. I think like there's a lot of factors on when you weigh yourself, what time you weigh yourself, and that's one thing that I know Michael spoke to me about just this morning. I'm supposed to be weighing myself every morning and check in and see, just to sort of like get rid of all those factors. But honestly, I think it's the positive direction. I mean, body fat went from 15.8 to 15.1. Again, that's like a nice drop, and it you know, when you see the results, I think it drives even more to working harder. So week number 2, work even harder.